This is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, thank you for tuning in. We've done radio for a long time, and by doing radio, or just by living life, you don't even need to do a radio show to have the experience I'm about to share with you. We get to meet people who had so much going for them, and they were happy, and then something horrible happens. It's probably, I don't know why I associate it with radio. Only because, you know why? Because we have had a guest in here who I see out in public sometimes, and I remember when he came in here, it had been after a tragic thing happened in his life, and then but he's moving on, and that's the good thing, and that's why I was thinking of him and associating it with radio. But it happens to all of us, right? You know somebody, maybe it's you, maybe something horrible happened to you, your life used to be happy and it's hard to get back on track. Our next guest has written a beautiful book about that very kind of a thing, about regaining that dream that you once had, or the passion for living. Alyss Morgan is on the phone. Her book is called Her Dream Restored, and it is described as a fictional romance novel about a woman's journey of grief and depression after a tragedy. Alyss Morgan, good morning, Alyss.
Good morning, Larry. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Where are you calling from?
From Arkansas.
Oh, well, thank you for getting up early to be with us this morning. So does the story come from anything that you've gone through yourself?
No, it doesn't. It's the way I write my books is I may just get some kind of idea in my head, and then I think about it, and then I just start writing about it.
So now Tori is the protagonist, the lady we're following in the story. Tell us about Tori.
She was a young girl who fell in love with her school boyfriend, and they wanted to get married, but her parents were against it, so they eloped. And when they eloped, they had a tragic motorcycle accident, and her fiance Danny died, and she ended up not being able to have children.
Okay. And what did that do to her emotionally and psychologically?
Well, she had the support of her boyfriend's family, and since she couldn't have the dream that she had always wanted, she decided to come up with another dream. So she goes on to college, and she gets into marketing, and then she works in marketing for a few years and decides that she wants to leave the rat race, and so she moves away from New York and opens up a bookshop.
Yeah, that seems to be a comfortable, safe place, right? A bookshop?
Right.
And where does she move to?
Knightsbridge, New York.
Oh, okay. Are you familiar with that area?
No, I'm not. It's a make-believe city, but
okay.
It's like any small city in New York, where everybody knows everybody.
Okay. Because I was picturing it upstate someplace, and I don't even know all the cities, obviously, in upstate New York. So tell me about the book. Was it is this a first for you, or have you written other books?
I've written 4.
All right. And does Tori appear in the other books?
No, they're all different books. I've had one that's the protagonist is a knight, and then Tori, and then I had one of a young lady that gets married and is disappointed, and then I have A New Beginning, which is a book about the time that America became a country.
Oh, okay. I like that. Yeah, I just found the list of books that you just talked about on your Amazon page, so I see all of your books here. So the newest book, is it out already, or is it pre-order?
It's out already.
So we can buy it right now. Oh, I see. Right. It's April. April. Okay. So this has been out a little while.
Yes.
When there are circumstances that cause relationships to end, people sometimes close their heart to everything, and they just ignore all of the stirrings that are inside them. How do you school a person to release those feelings again that everything is probably going to be better than it was before?
Well, when she moved to Knightsbridge, she made a friend with a girl named Maggie that worked in a tea shop there. And Maggie is interested in trying to get her to go social again, meet people, So she signs her up for a bachelor auction that she doesn't want to attend. But Maggie gets her to attend, and that's where she meets Tom. And Tom is a firefighter that has just gone through a divorce. And although he likes Tori, he only wants a casual relationship.
And that auction has humor in itself because they're auctioning off the firefighters. Right,
exactly. And Tom is not excited about the idea, so he asks Tori to paper him, and he'll pay her back so that he doesn't have to go through the embarrassment.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that's kind of a fun twist to something that seemed like a serious story.
Mm-hmm.
And did you ever do any of that? I mean, did you ever get a fireman from an auction?
No. No, I met my husband in the Marine Corps.
Oh,
and we got married.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And how long ago was that?
40 years ago.
Oh, my gosh. Well, congratulations.
And did you serve?
Yes, I did.
Oh, and what was your role there in the Marine Corps?
I started out as a clerk, typing clerk.
Mm-hmm.
But they were just opening up some of the departments for women. So my first sergeant decided to change my job designation to military police. So I became military police.
Oh, wonderful.
So,
excellent.
A personal question, but I have a reason to ask it based on the book. Do you have any children?
No, I don't.
Okay.
We were never blessed with that. So.
Well, the reason I was asking is because I was wondering, because my son and Robin's children are both like 4, or my son is going to be 33. Her children are close to 40. So we don't have little children anymore in our lives, or teenagers. And I was wondering, I wonder if in today's world, since it sounds like you're kind of our same age, I wonder if in today's world, young people, because of the different technology, I wonder if dating has changed drastically, or is it basically still the same thing?
Well, I kept track with my nieces and nephew, and they're all into computers now. You meet people online at Facebook or Twitter or those other sites, and that's how you get to know them.
Yeah, I just don't know that I could do that. That seems like I'm so glad I lived when I did. I think I liked it better the old-fashioned way.
It seems like you're a very outdoorsy person, and you're a huge advocate for animals. The health of animals.
I love animals. I love animals more than I love people sometimes, because they'll tell you whether they like you, they'll tell you whether they don't like you, and you don't have to guess.
And that's another good thing about animals. There's like unconditional love with them, but then when you try to be in a relationship with someone and the walls are up, it's very hard to tear them down.
Yeah, my husband, when we first got married, my husband had a lot of walls because he's a Vietnam vet, and we had our problems. But what you do is you stick in there and you work it out. And I feel like that's a thing that a lot of young people don't seem to understand, that you have to work your way through marriage.
You certainly do. I mean, it has to be give on both partners' part. It's not this 50-50. It's 100% for each.
Ah,
right.
I just found your picture. I found your website. Okay, so your website is your name, AlyssMorgan.com. And let me spell your first name for listeners. It's ALYSS Morgan.com. And on her site, you'll be able to see all the books she's written. Can we buy the books from your site also?
Yes.
All right, so this is a new beginning for you.
Yes, I'm trying to make it a new beginning for me. I'm retired now. I don't work at the VA anymore, which is where I used to work. So I'm exploring an option that I've always been interested in.
Wow. Well, you have a really nice looking website. So Blackwater Castle, what's that one about?
That's about a knight who is given a domain as his own, and how he goes about restoring it.
Ah, okay, interesting. Well, the book that you sent us that we focused on for this interview is called Her Dream Restored, and Alyss sent us a copy of the book. So if you are out there and would like the copy that she sent us, call us right now, 622-9622, and I'll set it aside for you.
It's a wonderful read, too. It's very, very well written, and I do love the story.
And,
thank you.
And you can find Alyss's books on her website, AlyssMorgan.com, ALYSS Morgan.com. Alyss, thank you so much. That was an enjoyable conversation.
Thank you for talking to me.
You are welcome.
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Palm Garden announces Fast Track. Fast Track, focused assessment